What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and oh my god, I can't even believe what I got to experience yesterday in Nova number 11. It has been a long time coming. There will be spoilers in this video, so just a heads up, if you haven't read Nova number 11 yet, you may want to avoid, but if you have no desire and just want to experience the joy that is felt when someone's favorite comic book character comes back to life, that is what you're going to experience with this video. Now, what we're going to actually do, though, the irony, so it's the 40th anniversary of Rich Rider. Dickie Rider is now 40 years old, and in celebration, there's a new costume for Nova. This is the first new costume basically since he came out. And it is Black Vortex. Of course, that means it is a Sam Alexander costume, but I digress. We're going to buy him. It's awesome looking. But that's Rich Rider. And how this all ties together is yesterday, look at that costume. That is awesome. I mean, if we're just being honest here, that is a really awesome costume. Whoa. Excuse me, I was not ready for that. Haha. That's actually really cool, man. So, dude, check it out. This is the Black Vortex costume for Sam Alexander, and it is phenomenal. Now, you know what's really cool about yesterday's Nova number 11? Sam Alexander met Rich Rider for the first time, and Rich Rider is alive, and yes, I have Angel as my team up. I have waited so long for this. It's just beyond words. When the Thanos imperative happened, basically it came down to Rich Rider, Star-Lord,
the world will have to be
and Thanos in the Cancerverse, and basically Rider, they had to close the Cancerverse around them and keep Thanos trapped within in order to kill Thanos. Now, when they started the Marvel Now nonsense, the first thing we ended up seeing was Thanos not being dead, and Star-Lord not being dead, but Rider was still missing. And there was Guardians of the Galaxy number 18 about a year ago, where it was teased we would learn the fate of Rich Rider. Gamora is grilling Star-Lord, which is kind of funny because, Rider banged Gamora at one point. And so she's all up and interested about what happened with Rider. Star-Lord's never talked about it. And they basically showed that Rider absorbed the Cosmic Cube in order to stay alive, basically, and close the Cancerverse and get Star-Lord out of there. His intention was to get rid of Star-Lord, send him back to the real universe, and keep Thanos there with him. And it didn't quite work out. Thanos still managed to get away. This is my super Cliff Notes version of the story that I really haven't read in a little while. Essentially, he failed, and he died for nothing, but fortunately he didn't die. So the coming of age that Sam Alexander has been going through lately revolves around his father. He's always been on this mission to find his father, and he found out that the father that he thought came back when they rebooted Nova with Nova number 1 was actually a clone. So he's questioning himself. He's like, who am I, and why do I have to be a Nova? Why do I have to wear this helmet? He's trying to figure out how to do both. How is he supposed to exist as essentially a sophomore in high school and not, I hate when this happens, and not be able to fulfill his duty as a Nova, And he basically made a deal with his mom. His mom's freaking out. She never knows where he is and all that stuff. It feels weird saying this about somebody who represents basically my favorite comic book character, not named Deadpool. But I digress. And you know, essentially, he makes a deal with her. He said, "I need to find the source of my power and understand it better. And if I can't do that, I will give up being Nova." So he flies out into the far reaches of the galaxy and ends up getting absorbed into World Mind. Well, it's not quite World Mind. It's actually... It is World Mind. Rich Rider, essentially, to keep himself alive, is trapped in the World Mind. And, you know, he is fighting for his life, essentially. Stay alive and to keep World Mind active and all that stuff. So it's really a cool way of bringing Ryder back. There is a epilogue, I don't know if it was an epilogue or a prologue. At the end of the book, they showed basically Ryder going back to his mom's house and basically telling his mom, "Hey, I'm back." So I was really worried that they were going to bring back Ryder and have him be the World Mind. And I wasn't wrong, because that's kind of what they're doing, but he's going to get out of it. He's back. He's legit back. So I'm really excited about that. Like, honestly, you know, some people, I had some conversations on Twitter last night, and there were some people that were like, you know, I'm really just tired of characters coming back to life. And I said, I agree. They can stop doing it after this. Oh man, it's a nightmare, you know. Like, there's been so many of my favorite characters that have been impacted by a lot of the changes that Marvel has been doing, you know. And it was really frustrating for me to go through this. I mean, Nova is easily, I think, I always say Deadpool is my favorite character, but I honestly feel like Nova, Rich Rider's version of Nova, has become my new favorite comic book character. It's like an absence makes the heart grow fonder kind of thing. I think the fact that he's been gone for so long has made me just appreciate the character and love the character like that much more, if that makes sense. And I don't know if I would sit here and say, oh, no, I probably would, but like, I really just, at the same time, I don't know if Nova would be as much of a favorite character for me if he didn't have to go through this. His character didn't die, he didn't go through all of this, you know? Like, so in a way, I'm not glad it happened, but, you know, it's not awful either, you know? Like, it could have been worse. In the end, he's back, and he's gonna come out of it stronger, I hope. I think there's a lot of attention that's on him because of, you know, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie and stuff like that. I think more people are familiar with Nova, and I think Sam Alexander, you know, was he the perfect representation of Nova? No, because he's a kid, and he's a bratty kid in a lot of cases. Very much acts his age in the comics. But at the end of the day, I mean, I think that there's a lot of exposure that he gave the character because of, you know, Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon and stuff like that. So I'm really intrigued to see where they go with this. I'm actually super excited about it. I cannot wait for Nova number 12. Like, I'm finally at a point where there's something in the Marvel Universe that's exciting me. After all these changes, and you know, maybe I didn't give Sam Alexander a fair shake. Maybe I did. I don't know. But this feels good, and it feels like there's a scene in the comic where he basically sits down, and it's like, "Hi, Rich. It's nice to meet you," and Rich is like, "Hi, Sam. It's nice to meet you too." Like, it's literally what I've been dreaming of for so long. Because for me, it never made sense to kill off Rich Rider at the expense of or to create Sam Alexander at the expense of Rich Rider. That never made sense, because Rich Rider is, you know, Nova Prime. He holds the entire Nova Corps in his helmet. Like, he basically has World Mind within him. He didn't need to die in order for Sam Alexander to exist. So I would love to see the Nova Corps come back. It would be a fascinating story to see how they do it. Or I'd be completely okay with, you know, Nova being the Spider-Man to Miles Morales and the Captain Marvel to Kamala Khan. You know, being that mentor role. There's, I want to say it was the Miles Morales book of Spider-Man where it shows Miles, Kamala, and Sam all looking very disappointed, and you know, behind Kamala is Captain Marvel, behind Miles is, you know, Peter Parker's Spider-Man, and then behind Sam is a floating helmet in the sky. So, you know, to fill that mentor role, maybe they never find Jesse, Sam's father. Maybe that never happens. But maybe, you know, Rich takes on that kind of, not father figure role, but, you know, he is that mentor that Sam is desperately missing. There's so many great opportunities for where to go with this, and I'm just so fired up. And, you know, this costume is great. Like, I know there's some people on the Nova forum for Marvel Heroes that are complaining that, you know, this is a 40th anniversary costume and it's not for Rich Rider. And you know what? Trust me, I'm right there with you. I want the Rich Rider costumes as much as anybody else, but I'm okay with this. Like, this costume is really cool looking, and I really just appreciate it and like it. I mean, it's a really cool look. One thing I want to look at real quick. See how Rich's effects are red? Well, Vortex is blue. So that's a really cool thing. Go ahead and get out of here. Get another nice close-up to
I always liked guys on bikes, but I think I'll sit this one out.
to this. So there it is, man. I really dig it. Like, this is a really cool looking costume. I'm just really excited to finally be able to play as a different looking Nova. Like, I always end up using his other costumes. Actually, let's go right into the store. So there it is, Nova the Black Vortex costume. So when you go into costumes and under Nova, there's the Sam Alexander costume, and then there's the original Nova costume. So, you know, those two have been the only choices, and for so long I was protesting Sam. I would never wear Sam, and this one's okay, but like, I just prefer the Nova Prime Rich. So there you go, guys. Black Vortex is available now, 950G. It is Sam.
Nice. I'm almost impressed. Follow me if you want a good show.
Yeah, so it is Sam, so there is that. If you're still bitter about Sam, I would say this might be a really good opportunity for you to give him another chance. He has certainly gotten better over time. They kind of rebooted the run, so it's up to issue 11 on the new run, and I love it. I mean, I don't know. I love it because Rich is coming back. I think it's made my heart grow softer, and I'm okay with it. So anyway, back to some more LEGO Dimension videos after this. This is a very personal favorite of mine. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you.